Hello, and welcome to the weekly cyber intelligence brief for 3 October 2025. I'm AJ Nash, digital intelligence advocate for Authenticate. It's been yet another busy week in the world of cybersecurity, with a worrying convergence, nation state infrastructure exploitation alongside systematic supply chain compromises, layered with industrial scale fraud and espionage, creates a very high level of compounding risk. Listen, let's dive into the top 5 threats you need to know. Our top concern remains the active nation state exploitation of Cisco network infrastructure, tracked as the Arcane Door campaign. Now, this campaign demonstrates a fundamental advancement in threat actor tradecraft. They now have the ability to achieve ROM level persistence, and that means the malware can survive traditional incident response procedures, including factory resets and firmware upgrades, fundamentally challenging our assumptions about hardware trust boundaries. The attacker group, assessed with high confidence as Arcane Door, which is UAT 4356, had a 5-month exploitation window before detection. The severity of this threat triggered a significant international cooperation, as CISA issued Emergency Directive 25-03 on September 25th, requiring federal agencies to act, and within 24 hours, Canadian, Australian, and UK cybersecurity agencies issued parallel synchronized warnings. Now, this coordinated Five Eyes response indicates just how significant and how strategic and urgent this threat is. We're also tracking sophisticated, sustained targeting of critical infrastructure by nation states. Chinese APT group Salt Typhoon has been compromising telecommunications providers across the United States, United Kingdom, and Europe since late 2024. Their primary goal is espionage. They're deploying a custom firmware rootkit named Demodex to steal sensitive data like lawful intercept logs and call detail records. Targeting these lawful intercept systems represents intelligence collection against law enforcement and national security surveillance capabilities. The firmware level persistence of Demodex is designed to survive reboots and evade detection. We also saw multiple highly impactful supply chain compromises targeting software development pipelines. Threat actors are systematically targeting development environments to achieve access to dozens of high value targets simultaneously, a true force multiplication attack vector. So, for instance, we've got the RedHat GitLab breach that saw approximately 570 gigabytes of exfiltrated data from 28,000 private repositories. That stolen data contained extremely sensitive information, including CI/CD secrets, VPN profiles, and infrastructure blueprints belonging to major clients in financial services, telecommunications, and government. That includes names like Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, and the U.S. Senate. Exposed SSH keys and API tokens immediately create cascading authentication risks. Then there's the Shea Hulud campaign that hit the NPM ecosystem, compromising packages with millions of weekly downloads. Now, this campaign then escalated to target packages specifically maintained by the security vendor CrowdStrike, publishing over 500 malicious packages under their publisher account. This demonstrates a deliberate, sophisticated focus on compromising software dependencies and trust relationships. All right, well, let's move on and talk about North Korean IT worker expansion. There's a massive industrial scale infiltration risk with the expansion of North Korean fraudulent IT worker operations, tracked as the Wage Mole campaign. Okta research reveals this scheme is highly sophisticated, spanning 4 years, 27 countries, and encompassing 6,500 plus job interviews across 5,000 companies. Critically, they're expanding far beyond the technology sector and are now actively applying for remote finance positions and engineering roles. The actors use proxy interviewing, stolen identities, and AI-generated synthetic identities to bypass basic screening controls. Now, this is an industrial scale scheme that allows sophisticated social engineering and malware deployment across global enterprises. As for ransomware, that hasn't gone away. We continue to see compressed ransomware attack timelines, with Akira ransomware exploitation of SonicWall SSL VPN vulnerabilities now featuring hour-long dwell times. This significantly compresses the kill chain and limits the detection window from the initial access to encryption. Finally, let's talk about the urgency of patching, as 18 vulnerabilities were added to the CISA known exploited vulnerabilities catalog this week. The most concerning addition is the Fortra Go Anywhere MFT flaw, which is CVE 2025-10035. It's carried a CVS S score of 10.0 and was exploited as a 0-day for 8 days before public exposure. Given the history of exploitation targeting managed file transfer infrastructure, immediate patching is non-negotiable. Federal remediation for this and 4 other KEV additions is due by October 20th. Now, given that history of targeting, as I said, this is something that's just non-negotiable. You have to get on this immediately. File transfer protocols are always at risk, and they've been targeted often. And we have this going on right now. We also saw a real-world disruption, including Asahi Group cyber attack that suspended beer production, impacting 40% of Japan's market. There was also the Collins Aerospace Muse system attack that caused widespread delays at major European airports, including Brussels, Berlin, and London Heathrow. Now, following that incident, UK authorities did quickly arrest an individual in connection. So at least there's some good news. All right, listen, that's all the time I have for today. But for the full weekly cyber intelligence brief, go to Authenticate's blog. That's authenticate plus the number 8.com/blog. This week, there's 35 pages of detailed analysis on numerous other critical incidents, including the vulnerability recurrence pattern in Windows NTLM and the operational gaps for state and local government created by the termination of funding for MS-ISAC. There's also trend analysis and recommendations for actions you can take right now to defend yourself. All right, that's it. Until next week, stay vigilant.